Research is a logical and systematical search for new and useful information on a particular topic. Research is important both in scientific and non-scientific fields. In our life, new problems, events, phenomena, and processes occurs every day. Practically implementable solutions and suggestions are required for tackling new problems that arise. Scientists have to undertake research on them and find their causes, solutions, explanations, and application. The research is broadly classified in two main classes. The first class is fundamental or basic research. Basic and applied research are generally of two kinds: normal research and revolutionary research. In any particular field, normal research is performed in accordance with a set of rules, concepts, and procedures called a paradigm, which is well accepted by scientists working in that field. In addition, the basic and applied researches can be quantitative or qualitative, or even both. Basic research is an investigation on basic principles and reasons for occurrence of a particular event or process or phenomenon. It is also called theoretical research. Study or investigation of some phenomena or relating to pure science are termed as basic research. Basic research sometimes may not lead to immediate use or application. It is not concerned with solving any particular problems of immediate interest, but it is original or basic in character. It provides a systematic and deep insight into a problem and facilitates extraction of scientific and logical explanation and conclusion on it. It helps build new frontiers of knowledge. The outcome of basic research form the basis of many applied research. Advantages and disadvantages of fundamental research. The first advantage of fundamental research is considered as disadvantages for applied research, and vice versa. Fundamental research are important to expand the pool of knowledge in many disciplines. Findings of fundamental studies are usually applicable in a wide range of cases and scenarios. Fundamental studies usually do not have strict deadline, and they are usually driven by the curiosity of the researchers. At the same time, fundamental studies have disadvantages as well. Findings of this type of studies have little or no practical implication. In other words, fundamental studies do not resolve concrete and specific business problem solving. The second is applied research. Every research begins with a clear delineation of the purpose of the investigation, as this goes a long way to determine the research process or methodology adopted. In this scene, a researcher may choose to carry out basic research or applied research. Applied research is a set of providing answers to specific questions in a bid to provide a solution to a defined problem. In this article, we will outline the features of this method of systematic investigation, as well as how it differs from other approaches to research. What is applied research? Applied research is a type of research design that seeks to solve specific problems or provide innovative solutions to issues affecting an individual, group, or society. It is often referred to as a scientific method of inquiry or contractual research because it involves the practical application of scientific methods to everyday problems. When conducting applied research, the researcher takes extra care to identify a problem, develop a research hypothesis, and goes ahead to test these hypotheses via an experiment. In many cases, this research approaches employs empirical method in order to solve practical problems. Applied research is sometimes considered to be a non-systematic inquiry because of its direct approach in seeking a solution to a problem. It is typically a follow-up research design that further investigates the findings of pure or basic research in order to validate these findings and apply them to create innovative solutions. Advantages and disadvantages of applied research. The advantages and disadvantages of applied and fundamental research mirror a contrast to each other. On the positive side, applied research can be helpful in solving specific problems in business and other settings. On the negative side, findings of applied research cannot be usually generalized. In other words, applicability of the new knowledge generated as a result of applied research is limited to a research problem. Moreover, applied studies usually have tight deadlines which are not flexible. You need to specify the type of your research in the early part of the research methodology chapter in about one short paragraph. Also, in this paragraph, you will have to justify your choice of research. Basic and applied research further divided into three types of research bearing some characteristic features as follow. The first one is quantitative research. Quantitative research is defined as a systematic investigation of phenomena by gathering quantifiable data and performing statistical, mathematical, or computational techniques. Quantitative research collects information from existing and potential customers using sampling methods and sending out online surveys, online polls, and questionnaires, etc. The result of which can be depicted in the form of numerical after careful understanding of these numbers to predict the future of a product or service and make changes accordingly. An example of quantitative research is the survey conducted to understand the amount of time a doctor takes to tend to a patient when the patient walks into the hospital. A patient satisfaction survey template can be administered to ask questions like how much time did the doctor take to see a patient, how often does a patient walk into a hospital, and other such questions. Quantitative outcome research is mostly conducted in the social sciences using the statistical methods used above to collect quantitative data from the research study. In the research method, researchers and statisticians deploy mathematical frameworks and theories that pertain to a quantity under question. Quantitative research templates are objective, elaborate, and many times even investigational. The results achieved from these research methods are logical, statistical, and unbiased. Data collection happened using a structured method and conducted on a larger sample that represent the entire population. As mentioned above, quantitative research is data-oriented. There are two methods to conduct quantitative research. They are primary quantitative research method and secondary quantitative research method. Primary quantitative research is the most widely used method of conducting marketed research. The distinct feature of primary research is that the researcher focuses on collecting data directly rather than depending on data collected from previously done research. Primary quantitative research design can be broken down into three further distinctive tracks as well as the process flow. Secondary quantitative research or desk research is a research method that involves using already existing data or secondary data. Existing data is summarized and collected to increase the overall effectiveness of research. This research method involves the collection of quantitative data from existing data sources like the internet, government resources, libraries, research reports, etc. Secondary quantitative research helps to validate the data that is collected from primary quantitative research as well as aid in strengthening or providing or disproving previously collected data. Qualitative research. Qualitative research is defined as a market research method that focuses on obtaining data through open-ended and conversational communications. This method is not only about what people think, but also why they think so. For example, Consider a convenience store looking to improve its patronage. A systematical observation concludes that the number of men visiting this store are more. One good method to determine why one good method to determine why women were not visiting the store is to conduct an in-depth interview of potential customers in the category. Qualitative research is based on the discipline of social sciences like psychology, sociology, and anthropology. Therefore, the qualitative research methods allow for in-depth and further probing and questioning of respondents based on their responses, where the interviewer or researcher also tries to understand their motivations and feeling. Understanding how your audience takes your decision can help derive conclusions in market research. Mixed method research is a methodology for conducting research that involves collecting, analysis, and integrating quantitative and qualitative research. This approach to research is used when this integration provides a better understanding of how research problem than either of each alone. By mixing both quantitative and qualitative research and data, the researcher gains in breadth and depth of understanding and collaboration of these data, while offsetting the weaknesses inherent to using each approaches by itself. One of the most advantageous characteristics of conducting mixed methods research is the possibility to triangulation, i.e., the use of several means, method, data sources, and researchers to examine the same phenomena. Triangulation allows one to identify aspects of a phenomena more accurately by approaching it from different views, using different methods and techniques. Successful triangulation requires careful analysis of the type of information provided by each method, including its strengths and weaknesses. Other types of research. Explanatory. As the name suggests, exploratory research is conducted to explore a group of questions. The answers and analytics may not offer a final conclusion to the perceived problem. It is conducted to handle new problems areas which haven't been explored before. This exploratory process lays the foundation for more conclusive research and data collection. Descriptive research focuses on expanding knowledge on current issues through a process of data collection. Descriptive studies are used to describe the behavior of a sample population. In a descriptive study, only one variable is required to conduct the study. The three main purposes of descriptive research are describing, explaining, and validating the finding. For example, a study conducted to know if top-level management leaders in the 21st century possesses the moral rights to receive a huge sum of money from the company profit. Explanatory research, or it may be referred as casual research, is conducted to understand the impact of certain changes in existing standard procedures. Conducting experiments is the most popular form of casual research. For example, a study conducted to understand the effect of rebranding on customer loyalty. What is cross-sectional study? A cross-sectional study is defined as a type of observational research that analyzes data of a variable collected at one given point in time, a sample population or predefined subset. This study type is also known as cross-sectional analysis, transverse study, or prevalence study. Although cross-sectional research does not involve conducting experiments, researchers often use use it to understand outcomes in the physical and social science in many business industries. Action research. Research strategies that tackle real-world problem in participatory, collaboratory, and cyclical ways in order to produce both knowledge and action. It refers to a type of research methodology which works toward a kind of change, whether social or professional, because its goals are oriented toward change rather than knowledge gathering alone. Active research studies are often based in everyday issues and concern themselves with the creation of practical solutions to these problems. Elements of action research includes identify a problem, research the problem and its probable causes, develop responses to the problem, implement the purposed solution, observe the implementation of the solution, reflect on the result, and start over if necessary. Policy-oriented research is designed to inform or understand one or more aspects of the public and social policy processes, including decision-making and policy formulating, implementation and evaluation. A distinction may be made between research for policy and research can be made between research for policy. Classification research. Classification of research by method. Descriptive research provides information about conditions, situations, and events that occur in the present. It is also called statistical research. The main goal of this type of research is to describe the data and characteristics about what is being studied. Comparative research. Comparative analysis, which is comparative research, is also conducted mainly to explain and gain a better understanding of the causal processes involved in the creation of an event, feature, or relationship, usually by bringing together a variation in the explanatory variable or variables. Causal research. It aims at establishing causes and effect relationship among variables. Theory testing research, as the name suggests, it aims at testing validity of a unit. Theory building research is to establish and formulate the theory. It is needless to say that scientific research helps us in many ways. Research problem refers to a difficulty which a researcher or a scientific community or an industry or a government organization or society experiences. It may be a theoretical or practical situation. It calls for a thorough understanding and possible solution. Also, research provides basic for many government policies. For example, research on the needs and desires of the people and on the availability of revenues to meet the need helps a government to prepare a budget. Next, it is the fountain of knowledge and provide guidelines for solving problems. Fourth, only through research inventions can be made. For example, new and novel phenomena and processes such as superconductivity and cloning have been discovered only through research. 5. It is important in the industry and businesses for a higher gain and productivity and to improve the quality of products. 6. Research leads to a new style of life and market life and makes it delightful and glorious. 7. It leads to the identification and characterization of new materials, new living things, new stars. 8. Mathematical and logical research on business and industry optimize the problem in them. 9. Social research help find answers to social problems. They explain social phenomena and seek solution to social problem. This concludes our course. I will give you the PDF and you may find it in the university site.